What's up guys, this is John with John Walker Gaming. Today we're going to be talking about all the things you should take care of before you press that reset button. We are going to be going over all the crucial things that I started having instant regrets about the minute I got into my new game. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. So the first thing we're going to talk about is Talismans. And in my opinion, this is the most important because it's what brings your builds together. While you're floating around the game, be sure to pick up all your important talismans. I have a ton of them listed here, all the way from Radagon's sword seals to all of the resistance talismans like the Pearl Drake talismans and whatnot. You can go for the memory slot increasing ones. I think you get that during the main story. And all the quest ones are super important, which actually brings me to my next part. I'm just skimming through a couple of these again so you guys can check them out. If you have any questions about any of them, drop it down in the comments and maybe I'll do a video on it. Side quests are very crucial for when you're actually trying to go for full completion in this game. They hold a lot of the end game items that you're going to need to progress further. So let's take a look at the list I've created for you guys. Now, with this list, you have to be very careful on which ones you select on and plan on doing, because as you can see at the bottom there, for everyone that has a star next to it, it's going to interfere with another quest person, another NPC. So you got to be very careful which ones you select, because if you go ahead and do the Ronnie quest, which is a big one I know a lot of people are doing, what they don't tell you is that you're going to actually knock out 3 NPCs that you can no longer complete quests for. Some of the items that you can get from these quests revolve around these amazing talismans. A lot of people missed out on, like the magic scorpion charm from doing the Ronnie's quest, that you actually had to help Severus and complete his quest line with the puppet storyline there. Moving into the Shard of Alexander for the Jar NPC that you can do after defeating Radon, and you speak to him just after defeating him. Here we have the Rotten Wing Sword Insignia, which you get from Millicent, and I would highly recommend doing this one because it goes back to what we're going to talk about next as far as materials go. And you do get a Somber Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone from completing that quest. So now we're going to talk about all the materials you should get before hitting that reset button. Also, that's going to include things like making sure you hand in all of your bell bearings to the Twin Maidens, so that way you can purchase the Somber Stones and Smithing Stones you need to level up any weapon before you reset your game. We're going to go ahead and make sure we get all of our Somber Ancient Dragon Smithing Stones. It's all over the wiki. There's about 7 of them in the game, I believe. Make sure to pick those up, as well as the Ancient Dragon Smithing Stones that you see here. Those are less on the common side, but a lot of people do favor these regular weapons as well. Be sure to pick up the Stone Sword keys, so that way moving into your new storyline for New Game Plus, you can unlock all of the gates right off the bat, so you don't have to worry about scavenging for those. We have the Dragon Hearts here. Of course, kill all your dragons, get all your dragon spells if that's where your alley you would like to go, just so that way you don't have to wait to get more of those difficult dragons later on in the game. Lastly, we have the Larva Tears here. Super important if you're going to be trying out 100 builds like I have, which is why I only have 5 in this picture here. This is one I cannot stress enough. Farm at frogs. We're going to be farming at frogs, and then guess what we're going to be doing an hour later? We're going to be farming at more frogs. Okay? Once you beat the game, you get the Sacred Relic Sword. If you don't respec to use said Sacred Relic Sword, you're only cheating yourself on an amazing money-making method. As you can see right here, I've collectively made probably over 100 million runes, and doing so, at the time of making this video, I was only level 300. The key is to know when to stop and when you're ready for New Game Plus, so that way you can get back here and refarm again on New Game Plus, where you could get those bonus runes for starting over. The last thing you want to do is enjoy yourself, okay? You just beat the game. You now have access to an exaggerated amount of hidden bosses, like the Dragon King's Cragblade you can get from the hidden boss in the Crumbling Farum Azula from the Dragon Lord Plesidusix. Just a disclaimer, I have no idea how to actually say that. Lastly, don't forget to just go out there and look for all the hidden armors that you can obtain, as they are quite marvelous. With that being said, guys, that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and if you did, don't forget to press that like and subscribe button to keep up with all my newest Elden Ring content. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay OP.